All right, this is not going to be an apologia to Christians and Christianity. I watched a YouTube. It's called Christian Revival. Was the title, and it was produced by the Unheard, UNHERD, which I think means outside of the herd mentality. It's an intelligent program, and everybody on it was extremely articulate. But, oh my, once more, the unbelievable arrogance of the West on full GUI display. It's a long show. It's about an hour and a half. A woman tears up talking about her awakening. Quote, "We all want to be part of something bigger. We need something bigger, something to make us good." That great Christian idea that we're born in sin and we need to be taught to be good. The usual. Tom Holland is quoted, "It's all about how much better we are than the rest." The great, significant Christian world tradition, the Western tradition. Not quoted, but I will, quote, "Christianity has dominated the world's imagination for 2,000 years. Well, except for at least 1,500 of the 2,000 years, 3 continents had no notion of your blonde-haired and blue-eyed." It's also interesting that the rest of the world, the non-Christian world, exhibited a curiosity absent in the object of that curiosity, maybe because of its lack of curiosity. I mean, that would be a strange thing. How can these people be so convinced with their brutal, crucified leader? What is that? Another person might say. Another belief structure might say. Before they showed up with their cannon and steel, thousands of years had passed in the Americas and in Australia with complicated, sustaining faith before your boy's resurrection. They never even heard of it. To them, quote, helping the stranger, this is supposed to be this pillar of Christianity, was no stranger. The tradition of hospitality in the Americas is legendary. You could walk from Maine to California in 1491 and to be taken in for the night by hundreds of communities speaking hundreds of different languages. It's part of the arrogance. That which was extant in humanity for thousands of years before Golgotha is suddenly seemed to have been begun then, started then, like Jesus's prophecies are so original. His talkings were so original. Perhaps a people who needed commandments written in stone should be wondered at and not exalted. Perhaps your take that we are born awful and need teaching might be wondered at, because that is the basic monotheistic take. Your great mistrust of self is not convincing. Humans have done much better than 12-step program that Christianity essentially is. Maybe it came as a blinding light to you, but an adult would at least acknowledge the other might have a light too. That's precisely the term, isn't it? The rest of us live in darkness. They might look upon you from their teepee and say, yes, these truly are children, and it seems their God likes them like that. And I don't have an alternative book. I'm not objecting to Christianity as a Muslim or as a Jew, or even as a Buddhist. I don't need one. I'm not seeking meaning or community in something larger than myself. I have felt both since I can remember, gospel free. Was it easy to come by? Yes. Without a persecuting culture surrounding you. Christianity makes sense of Christianity's sins is all it does. I suggest you want, W-A-N-T, these assurances in the Shakespearean sense. You lack them. Therefore, you want them. By all means, go get them. A little late, a little phony, freighted with too much fiction to stand up, but better late and doctrinal than never, as the saying goes, and I'm sure that was coined by a Christian. Excuse me if the Wendat chuckle at your childishness. In those same Americas, the one distinction heaves bloodily into place. Hundreds of gods and spirits roamed the various land in and out of people's imagination. Not one of them suggested a world view that included such an unbalanced way of life that our extinction has become a calendar date. All their warrings produced no annihilations, unlike your three monotheisms raging at each other in Palestine. You say your Jesus pleases you. Awesome, keep him, but drop the rest of your mission, please. It just seems to me you are so insecure in your faith that it must rule all the rest. Very little in the human condition has ever been sadder.